Hey guys, welcome to Boyz Houze Take the Floor, episode 3. Happy St. Patrick's Day. I also want to wish a happy birthday to my mom. Her birthday's tomorrow. So she'll be about, 108? No, then I guess that would make me about 87. I'm just kidding. But she'll probably be somewhere making soap tomorrow. I want some. Happy birthday, Mommy. Everyone has been talking about JLo and A-Rod. That was the big story over the weekend. I actually, because I was so busy actually with this show, I didn't even see when TMZ posted the notification saying that they supposedly split. But someone sent me a message, because if you know me in my personal life, I'm usually the person who is updating on social media, all the TMZ, NBC, CNN updates, and I did not post that one. After they sent it to me, I saw it, and I still was like, I don't think I'm going to post it. Something about that story to me, for some reason, just didn't seem kosher. And of course, then, the next day, they both are like, no, we don't know what they're talking about. What I gather is he has said or done some things that would give people the impression that they're no longer together. So, all I can say is we'll see how that plays out, because, usually where there's smoke, there's fire. And like most stories, this one won't be going away anytime soon. The Grammys happened on Sunday. What I noticed about the Grammys, if I had to sum it up into one word, boring. They were very boring. I did like a lot of the people who received awards, but they were boring. And one thing I did notice, and I watched it with a group of friends, and I didn't say anything because I didn't want to manipulate their answers or how they were seeing it, but it seemed very Black Lives Matter Grammys. Now I understand Trevor Noah was the host and he had a lot to do with the production, and I don't have a problem with, obviously there's a lot of social issues. It just seemed a little placated to me. Right down to even the people who were nominated, to the people who performed. But overall, it was a good message, but boring. The show was very boring. If I didn't say that, it was boring. The big news, obviously, Beyonce made history, being the most Grammy Award winning person in the history of Grammys. And she seemed genuinely shocked when they showed, when they announced it to her the first time. And he told her, you got more Grammys than any other female. He said something along those lines. And then when he said more than any other person, you could literally see the genuine shock on her face. Like, wait, what? So it was nice to see that, because I feel like I haven't seen Beyonce genuinely shocked in a while. What I'm shocked that everyone's not talking about, yes, we know The Weeknd boycotted the Grammys, but apparently his old hairdo showed up instead on Jay-Z's head. No one's talking about this. No one's talking about Jay-Z's hairstyle. What is he doing? What are you doing, Jay? What is that on your head? You assimilate a lot. But yeah, that's The Weeknd's old hairdo. Billie Eilish, awkwardly, won an award. I don't remember what it was, but I know she was nominated with 6 other people. She won an award, got up on stage, and basically said Megan Thee Stallion should have won this award, and went on and on for almost 3 minutes, saying more sentences, way more sentences than needed, about how she thought Megan Thee Stallion should have won. It was very awkward. Her brother, who is a writer and producer with her, was also on the stage with her, and even he was looking at her like, why are you saying this? This is very awkward. And not to mention, Billy, there were 6 other people nominated in that category with you, so the fact that you think it should go to Megan Thee Stallion, what do you think Dua Lipa was thinking? Also, Beyonce was nominated. You basically just disrespected not only the Grammys, but everybody else who was nominated in that category. And maybe Megan should have won, based on everything that you said. Maybe she should have won. But I do like Billie Eilish's music, that I'll say, but that moment was very, very awkward. The big thing I've been hearing, though, in relation to the Grammys is how everyone's appalled and shocked by Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B's performance. While I was watching it, the people who were with me will tell you, I made it a note to say, oh look, they let her perform her semi-PG, family-friendly songs in a semi-family-friendly outfit, and then literally right at 10 o'clock, the curtains open, Cardi B comes out, Megan goes backstage, she comes back wearing nothing. They waited till after 10 o'clock. The Grammys made a very strategic move in making sure that Cardi B didn't appear on their stage until 10 p.m. They understood it was a primetime show. I understand that it's a pandemic, and maybe all your kids out there are not going to school or not going to school full time, but there's no reason why your 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11-year-old was awake at 10 o'clock at night watching Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion do exactly what Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion were hired to do. So don't be angry. I am so annoyed at people, like they did this with Jennifer Lopez and Shakira. Like every time anyone performs and shows any bit of skin, even though you know that that's the history of their performing, you get angry that they're doing the same thing they always do. But that was the Grammys. Other big news was Sharon Osbourne and her nonsense, idiotic response to Piers Morgan and the racial issue. And I mean, I don't have a lot to say about Sharon Osbourne because I do like Sharon Osbourne. I like her whole family, but they don't seem like the most forward-thinking people. They don't seem like the most intelligent people. That's why people go into entertainment, and because you don't need a huge brain to do that. But this is the same woman whose daughter, Kelly, went on The View several years ago, and I think in relation to Donald Trump saying he wanted to build a wall, she asked, well, who's going to clean your toilets then, Donald Trump, if you don't let any of the Mexicans into the country? Now, I get she was maybe trying to say, you hire illegal aliens yourself, Mr. Trump, and they're probably working in your house and many of your properties and your resorts right now. So it's a little ironic that you want to build a wall and kick them all out of the country, but that's not the words that came out of her mouth. So it's not shocking that her mother, from which I'm sure the apple didn't fall too far from, so that she's going to say some nonsense, idiotic thing too. And I don't think Sharon Osbourne is racist. I just think she is another victim of stupid, idiotic responses to things that you could probably, again, just say nothing. I've noticed over the last 4 years that people have a problem just saying nothing. We all know what we don't know that we know. And stop acting like you know everything. When you don't know something, or when you know it's maybe a subject that can get a little hairy, it's okay to say nothing. And I noticed that a lot of people have a problem just shutting their mouths. So why don't you make it your actual goal this year to just say nothing when nobody asked you anything, when you don't need to say all of these things, when you could have only said one sentence, Billie Eilish. Instead you said 6. Learn how to abridge your voices. And also learn when to speak. We don't know when to be quiet, and we don't know when to be speaking. Let's figure it out this year, guys. Other big news, Andrew Cuomo. What are we calling it? Sexual harassment, assault allegations, whatever they're calling it. That is the other big news. A lot of people calling for Governor Andrew Cuomo to resign. Here's the thing I think everybody forgot, so I just want to remind you. I'll first say, whenever it comes to these kind of issues, investigate them. There should always be an investigation. Everyone's story should be believed until it's no longer believed. And I'm speaking from someone who has actually been on both sides of allegations like this. So I can speak to it. Investigate. And then we'll find out. But in reference to him resigning, and I don't know if at some point he will make that choice, he'll be forced to resign, the investigation might determine that he needs to resign. That could happen. However, I want you to remember that currently, as I'm speaking, the former, twice impeached, disgraced President Donald Trump is currently being investigated by New York's Southern District. Now, let's say Andrew Cuomo, a Democrat, were to step down. Is it the Republican plot to get a Republican governor in that seat so that perhaps when the inevitable happens with that investigation, there'll be a Republican governor there to pardon former President Donald Trump? Remember that. Now, regardless of what happens with Andrew Cuomo, like I said, he might have to step down. I don't know what the investigation will determine. Just remember that point. Because if you think we're going to let Andrew Cuomo get in the way of taking this president down, you're 100% wrong. You will pay for everything that you did and all the crimes you have committed. So we'll be watching you, New York, regardless of what happens with Andrew Cuomo. And just don't forget what I said. The other big thing I've been hearing, and I just wanted to make a quick comment about, is gas prices. Everybody's been talking about gas prices over the last few weeks. Can we all stop acting like we didn't drive last year, the year before, 5 years, 10 years ago? Because I did. And I know that gas prices fluctuate. It has nothing to do with who the president is or any other nonsense that you guys are putting out there on your social media. Gas prices fluctuate. Generally, when we go from fall to winter, gas prices go up because we need to turn the heat on. Generally, when we go from spring to summer, gas prices go up because we need to turn the air conditioner on. So, gas prices fluctuate. Stop trying to blame anybody, because there's a lot of different factors that determine what the gas prices are. So please stop blaming the president who was president for all of 15 days when you guys started talking about this nonsense. Don't blame any president. That's my rant on that. And that's all my time. What I do want to tell you to do, though, comment, like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram. Make sure you guys are subscribing. I know we're getting a lot of views on our videos, but we don't have a lot of subscribers, so make sure you go to our channel, click subscribe. But more importantly, when you subscribe, actually set up your notifications so that it lets you know when we upload a video. I have a lot of personal friends asking me, where's the video? When does it upload? If you just subscribe and activate your notifications, you would always know the answer to that. And if you ever have any questions or need to know anything more about us or the show, you can always go to boyzhouse.com. Up next, Tommy K and Jesse are going to be talking about superheroes and action movies and a lot of other strange and interesting things like they always do. And they'll probably have lots of goodies with them to assist. Stay here. We'll be right back.